Yes, this is everybody.
All right, so first order of the day. I'd like you all to congratulate Officer Steele on making to stay true.
That's good. Yeah, that's funny. That's a good one, Andrews.
That was actually a good one.
How long you been waiting to drop that?
Man, not gonna lie, my heart
Been
dropped
waiting
for
all
a minute.
day.
I believed him.
Been waiting all day to say that shit. I bet.
No, I couldn't even get that one out.
Hey, you went farther than I thought you could. Shit, get on.
That's good. That's great.
Anyway, you can hop in my car tonight. We can maybe do your final eval if you're up to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Oh shit.
Right. Then Valentine, you can hop in next, and we'll see if we can get you guys through tonight.
Right.
Is there any other cadets here?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, Mountain here.
Mountain. We got
Jesus
McCree.
fucking Christ!
Yeah, we got
Mountain
four
was go
cadets.
solo, yeah, actually.
If you're a cadet, can you stand on this side, and then just the officers on that side?
No, you can stay there, Clarence.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Spencer.
like a
Hey,
cadet.
can we move over? Thank you.
Casanova, you
Yeah,
should
sorry,
pretty much be
excuse
over there
me.
too.
What are you
Shit.
doing, Steele?
Hey, Steel.
Shit.
You gotta go on the other
Cadet, you
side.
wanna go over there?
Sorry, I was still laughing
Maybe
at the
that's-
state trooper joke.
Okay.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
A real knee slapper.
We'll try to get. If you guys are all ready, we'll try to do your final evals tonight. Reinhardt, if you can take one and try to do one.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
I still need access to all the sheets and stuff. Still, I can still.
All right. So how are you guys doing?
You know what? It got a little bit better by the end of the day.
So let's start with the bad. What was the bad?
Okay, so let's well, I don't really know what to pinpoint here, but I will state that our GPS went from nothing to about every place on the GPS had either shots fired, robbery, etc. 1090s after 1090s. We had stores after stores. I think the worst point today that was probably a breaking point for me was we had a bank robbery. Granted, it was probably the same people from the first four that they did. They had a yellow in colors, super diamond, which is fine. Super diamonds are the new thing now. There was 4 individuals. They demanded free passage, no spikes, etc. They got out the car. Myself and McCree
that's
went
new.
to the chase. Oh yeah, it's totally new. Anyway, we were chasing. We were the only unit. They then
Nobody
crashed their
moved.
car.
Let them shoot each other.
Yep, let them shoot. But essentially, they crashed the car. They ran and grabbed a super diamond, or not a super diamond, a Sand King. We then chased the vehicle. I guess they got really upset at some point because they brake checked us. We went to the opposite side, the right side of their vehicle. They then backed up after we backed up, and they all got out their cars with class 2s and started lighting us up as if it was mag dump season. Granted, okay, I got out the car because I was really fed up of getting mag dumped every call we went to. We've had about 3 or 4 shootouts where all officers have been down at some point, whether it was pistols, class 2s or whatever. But the real breaking point for me was that they literally just got out the car. I don't know if they felt like they couldn't get away from us in a Sand King. I don't know if they were mad at whatever was said, but they literally got out and started lighting us up. So I got out the car, I lit them up, I went down, and whatever backup unit went to go to us was kind of late. It happens. It's okay.
Tango 5 is 76
And then after that, it still went downhill from there.
Yeah, the important thing to add with that is that was the 3rd robbery with those individuals wearing the same outfits and the same MO with the super diamonds. So we were all pretty on edge with them
Sorry,
because the
Working
previous
on it.
incidents had been kind of similar, where they just kind of robotically, we took their order at Burger King type of thing.
Yeah, they did the same shit with me. They hopped out of the car and pointed those at me. I just said fucking and left.
Just refresh.
So you guys have been shot down 3 times today?
3 to 4, maybe 5.
4.
Yeah, I think 2 for me.
About 3 for me.
Or 1.
3.
Yeah,
We had
I should be dead. I got out of the ICU from last night. I mean, I should be dead.
Essentially, we had a pistol shootout in the middle of Mirror Park. This is what I guess actually pushed me to the limits. This is the first situation we had, and we had 3 officers down. I think it was Steele, Svensson, and 1 other.
Oh, in Rockford Hills?
Yeah, Rockford Hills. And all the criminals were gone. Now, mind you, they literally ran through an alleyway and they were
Yeah.
fine. Like they were good. They were long gone. Like I
And
was
they
more
came around the
concerned
corner and
about.
shot 'em
I was
again.
more concerned about officers, right? And I went to go move fence into a car, and I said, "Let's get everyone out of here. Let's move. I don't give a fuck." They turn a corner and they come back. Okay, they specifically came back, shot down Casanova and myself, robbed all of us, and then took off. All they had to do was keep running. Just keep running. Keep fucking running. I don't care. But don't come back and rob us after you literally just basically let, like, you no officers are gonna chase you. There's 4 of you. There's 2 of us. I don't care.
Let me ask you guys: are you guys enjoying your job?
No.
Nope.
I literally
Yeah,
want
felt
to.
like
I
a
mean,
bitch.
I still enjoy it.
I enjoy
like,
my
at
job.
its core.
I
But
felt like a
uh,
bitch in the
I,
city.
I'll be a liar if I.
Be honest. If you
Okay,
do,
let
then
me
you do. If
let
you
me
don't,
clarify. I love my job, but if I'm gonna keep getting shot down and used as a loot pinata and used to pay car payments every time that they rob us, it's not fun for me. I'm on duty because I'm here. I love my job, but I'm not gonna pay someone's car payment. I'm not
I agree with that. I love my job. I love doing what I do, but I'm not out here on these streets every day to be a floor mat or a walking mat for the criminals, and I do my best to keep it that way because at the way things have been going, that's kind of how they're treating us, and I don't like it one bit.
I think it comes down to I love the job at its core. I love the variety and this type of stuff I get to do. Love interacting with people. A shootout every now and then, it's part of the job, and a lot of the time I kind of enjoy it. But when it comes to every single thing ends in the same results,
Back we
it
want
kind of
shootouts?
feels like Groundhog Day at some point. Still
We
love the
don't-
job, still enjoy it at its core, still want to be here, but it can be a little frustrating.
what about you?
Me?
Wait, me
Ben,
or Ben?
Oh, guess
Oh.
what?
Ben,
No, I'm kind of the same way
Casanova.
as Clarence. I mean,
Speak louder.
overall,
Speak louder.
my bad. Overall, I do enjoy my job. For instance, last night's shift.
so time out.
Overall,
I'm not asking if you. I don't know how to say this. If you like being a cop, I'm asking, are you enjoying your job right now?
yes, and that's what I was saying. Last night's shift, it was great. This, like today, overall, absolutely not. With what
Okay.
went on today, absolutely not.
What happened to you today that is bothering you?
Just exactly what Reinhardt said. I've been on duty about the same time she's been. Just this general consensus of, me and her worrying about officer safety and shit like that, And
Like
then
half
they're
the
just
city,
gonna
we
come
don't
back.
respond to calls because we're gonna fucking get shot to shit if we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely sucks that I can't go down on the south because I actually got a really good rapport with those with the GSF guys, but I mean I can't really do much with it because I can't go down there.
yeah, we need 3 units.
EMS to PD.
Go ahead.
Send it.
Is there any way that I could speak with an officer?
Can you give us about 10 minutes?
Yes, I can.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Steele.
No, I was just saying it just sucks that I just can't patrol the south side as freely because I
Is that-
have a good rapport with the GSF guys, and I think I could get some good leads, but I can't really follow up on anything because I can't go down there.
Is that the only thing that's bothering you about your job, is not being able to go to the
I
south
mean,
side?
it's a little annoying when someone fucking pumps me full of lead with an Uzi and then I see him back on the street in 40 months.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous of just handing assault with a deadly weapon every time they shoot a cop and not attempted murder of an LEO.
So why aren't you doing attempted murder?
Because the way that it's written, it's premeditated, and you have to be able to base
Attempted
out-
manslaughter.
Yeah, you have to give attempted manslaughter, but everyone's too afraid to give it, so we all give assault with the deadly every time.
I've given it, but either
So I'm
way,
giving
with
Why
the
are you-
attempted
cap,
murder. I think the issue
Wait,
comes
wait,
down to
why are you afraid
attempted
of
murder
attempted
isn't
murder?
held until trial either way. Murder is only held until trial. Everything's
So-
80 cap.
So the other issue, well, okay, so I kind of had this talk with the bar the
So
other day.
so time out. Why aren't we charging attempted murder when we get shot?
Because
Well, I am,
there's this,
but it
well,
comes down to the 80 cap still, I think.
but
at
also
its
it comes
core.
down to the premeditated. Can you prove that it was premeditated?
So
'Cause if
I've
you
explained
count-
this to a bunch of cops before. If somebody's running from you or if you get mag dumped or whatever, somebody's running from you from a bank robbery, right? And they whip out a machine gun and they just mow you down. You don't think that's attempted murder?
Yeah, 100%.
100%. But it's how people explain it for attempted murder. Like, let me pull up the actual thing real quick.
No, it's attempted murder. Yeah.
Well, no, but here's
So
let
what
me
is
pull up
the confusion?
So it says the attempt to unlawfully kill another human without justification or valid excuse, especially with the unlawful killing of another human with malice, aforethought, and premeditation.
Okay.
I get a lot of us get really confused with the premeditation. Like I get the premeditation.
So people
but-
often think that premeditation is, like a months and months of planning and, writing out your fucking manifesto of I'm going to go kill this person, blah, 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 blah. You can literally have premeditation within seconds of somebody running from you and turning towards you and firing a weapon at you. They are thinking, they're thinking about their plan before they do it, and they're showing it by their current action. The fact of them running from you and shooting at you, which is, everybody knows that shooting has a high chance of killing somebody, in order to escape, is premeditation in itself, just by the action. So it's not this long thought out fucking plan of,
But that's,
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
See, that's the point, though, is the DOJ and the DA's office has always been like, it's not attempted murder, it's the premeditation. You don't have premeditation,
Right.
so we're dropping the
Who
charge
in
to
the
assault with a
DA's
deadly.
office said that out of curiosity?
had-
Because
we've
I've worked with
We've
the
had
law
plenty.
and West, and they can confirm that.
We've had plenty of cases get dropped down from attempted murder to assault with a deadly because they said premeditation doesn't. It is what it is.
Right, but that could be part of a plea deal. That doesn't mean we need to change the way.
But
we're
that's not the
charging
plea
people.
deal, though. We've had people come down here and they're like, "No, you need to do this instead."
Okay.
No, then you
So-
tell them, no, ma'am, I have the probable cause to arrest for attempted murder.
Okay.
This person's actions were so egregious and so outrageous that it proves attempted murder in itself.
I just think, I'm not gonna lie, no one cares. Most of the people are out of debt. They're going in jail for 80 months. They don't give a shit. They know they're gonna get a plea deal.
We don't
Probably
have
get less
degrees
time.
anymore.
They're gonna be out soon. They can carry shit on. I just feel like we're not respected, and then we're just like, it is what it is. Like I said, like everyone
We're
else.
not, and I know a lot of people are afraid to do their job because of how do they say this, mind aids coming from
Yeah.
other areas.
pretty
Afraid to pull
much.
the trigger.
I get it, but that's something that comes with this job. I've been doing this in this world for 2 years, and it's just something that happens every so often, and you just
don't-
gotta.
Guys,
I
don't
don't
talk
care
about
about
Tony
that,
like that.
honestly,
He's
though.
literally
Like,
an IRL cop.
I want
Get
to
his
be able to go out and have fun
perspective.
while
Don't
doing
talk
my
about
job.
him
I
like
wanted to go out and have look forward
And
to doing
I
my
completely
job.
get it, but you guys are not having fun. I can tell.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
You guys
having
are
a
not
fucking
having
blast.
Yeah, I can
like,
tell, Mr. Steele.
It's just one thing. Like, if I go out, okay, and I see someone hold up my officer, I want to
tired of
know
you guys
that
talking
as
shit
soon
about
as my
people.
officer's
Stop talking
done,
shit
I'm gonna
about
take
people.
him out. Like, I'm too sick and tired of saying I'm gonna go on a chase with someone for them just to try and brake check me, drive off road because they know my car's shit, or just mag dump
Well,
me at the same time.
Part of the getting kidnapped thing, that shouldn't be happening that much. The cops should not be getting kidnapped that much. We got to keep our head on a swivel.
But I mean, it's
Got to
really,
do
it's
a
really hard
little
though,
bit better.
because we have, let's say
officers
we've
kidnap all the
got
time.
one officer by himself, which is it generally happens. It's fine. But then it takes 4 people with class 2s to overtake one person. He's not gonna pull out a gun and shoot him when there's 4 people with class 2s.
No, I completely
You know what
get
I mean?
that
That's
part. But
literally what it's been.
there's been a few incidents that I've seen where just cops are not
I think a 5 to
thinking
76
and just
lays
like
50.
just strolling down the fucking yellow brick road, just doing dumb shit and then just getting themselves kidnapped. And it's like, what the fuck?
It seems like it's almost a daily occurrence. Maybe it's time to
I have a
potentially
question.
talk about a charge specifically for
Yeah,
kidnapping law enforcement.
You
In
need
my
LEO
opinion,
charges back.
I've been gone for 10 days on an LOA. I've been just back for a couple of days, but from my opinion, I think that actions against LEOs should have more repercussions. And I've definitely observed from the past few days I've been on duty that a lot of people are frustrated and pretty down. So,
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
And
How many cops do we have on?
we'll try to chat with the DOJ and see what. I mean, we can't
and then we
control the
have Malton
DOJ,
cadet.
you know.
I think
Solo.
We've got 9
issue-
officers on duty though.
the issue
No,
I'm seeing
No,
is
Malton
even if
is
we
not
added
solo,
back,
so it doesn't count towards the 8.
even if we added back charges specifically for LEO, it still comes back to the 80-month maximum because nobody's in debt. As far as I'm aware, I haven't run into anybody in debt
I haven't.
that is
either.
committing these kind of crimes. So, sure, you can charge them with 120 months for shooting at LEO again, but they're only going to serve 80, and out of that, time served maybe like 60, and then with jobs down to like 50. So it comes down to this fraction of a fraction of a fraction.
Maybe there could be an exception at it where if there's aggression towards an LEO, then the cap is waived or something like that.
Well,
Well, I
That's
mean,
what the cap was made
the
for.
cap is 80.
The cap needs to be gone.
the
I
time
think.
the time served thing is to your discretion, so you don't
I
have
mean,
to
it-
give time served.
I
The
think a lot of
point is,
people are
though, is
regardless.
we can put
The
somebody in for 80
I
months.
stopped
but
doing that
they're-
against actions against the LEO. Like
They're
I could
literally
just,
just gonna get out as soon as
No,
possible.
no, I totally get it. They're gonna get out. They're gonna come back and they're gonna do the same shit. But
I mean,
What
DOJ's
it
response
comes-
to the. Oh, go ahead.
what it comes down to, and I think a lot of it is the mind aids. And what I'm telling you is just try to. I know it's hard, and I know you guys. A lot of you guys do this as your main job in the server, and the server. The fuck's the server in the
Wow.
city? But try to ignore the mind aids and just keep your morale up and not pay attention to the mind aids, but the people that are. I know it's hard to
Can we get
to
some
mitigate
walls in
the
chat, please?
negative that's coming through your head and just like not see the positive, because I mean if you really look in really read it, you'll see a lot of positive scrolling through there. So why don't you just try to concentrate on that?
You
I
know,
Try it.
in the 90s, there were groups of guys that they would just get infected with AIDS, so they didn't have to worry about, having to get in it. They just got it over with.
Just voluntarily.
Yeah, they would just get, so they didn't have to live their life in fear of getting it. They just get it over. So maybe,
What time do you
maybe
get
we
off?
shouldn't. I got this final eval I gotta do.
Oh,
now.
okay.
Anyways, so I'm saying maybe we should just embrace the AIDS. I mean, it
No.
worked for the. Okay.
You can try that. It's impossible.
I'd rather
It's
not
impossible.
embrace that.
Embrace
You
the
embrace the
AIDS.
AIDS, you bring on more AIDS, and then you'll just have a head full of AIDS.
I'd rather, make the city realize that we're an actual police force and we're not a bunch of bitches that are gonna let them do what they want.
I just don't want to be a Luke
Yeah,
Kenyatta
I mean
or a car
that's just gonna
payment.
bring more AIDS. That decision is yours, right?
Yeah.
I'm
And I'm
gonna go
happy
out
to
there
do
and
that.
do what I do. I'm gonna shoot people that need to be shot, and I'm gonna arrest people that needs to be arrested. I'm gonna follow our SOPs or whatever.
Yeah.
So I would
think
never tell you guys to back down and be little bitches because somebody's crying.
I
yeah,
do
I
want
agree.
to. Oh, go ahead.
But that's completely your choice to make. If you can't handle the mind aids and you want to be accepted or whatever, just know that when you do that, that's setting a horrible precedent for every other cop here.
What the fuck? Why'd you point at me?
I think it's just pointing
Steel,
in
shut the
general.
fuck up for a little
Just
bit.
I think
It's just a
I think
general
the
thing.
projector's blinding him. Don't worry about
Um,
it, Steel.
I do want to add that Labar came to me earlier after a shootout, and we were at Pillbox Medical.
Yeah,
And
he did.
his response to me when on how to fix this was RICO cases. And I looked at him for a moment, and I had to, like, as much as I like that idea, not everybody in the city is an organized crime. They're not a gang, they're not a family, whatever. He wants to put people in for, I don't know, 6,
He wanted to go
7
3,
years.
6, 9, 12.
Yeah, it was in
yeah.
years. And I don't think that that's going to do anything, considering it's a racketeering thing and not a one-time thing. But that's his response. There's a 30-day statute of limitations on that, and it's not out yet. But that was his response. And
The thing about
kinda-
organized street gangs and racketeering and trying to prove all that shit, it is a long investigation. And
exactly.
when I saw it done in the city, it just
Take
brought
a
about
5
a
shot, way to suck the
horrible
BTO
amount of
back then.
salt and just bullshit. So if the DOJ wants to do that investigation and they want to issue those warrants and put people in prison for hell long, then we're gonna let the DOJ, and we're gonna make sure that people know
Like a
that this is the
5 at 76
DOJ
time
pushing this, not
But
the LEO, so we
how
don't
do
get the
we-
fucking ass end of it.
how do we
Yeah,
fix this without saying, oh, don't respond to 1090s? Because at one point, it got to the point where I was like, we're not responding to 1090s unless all officers are there. Like, I can't, I hate feeling like I'm a, you know, I'm just kind of here for somebody else's enjoyment, and I'm kind of just
Yep.
here to be a loop
I
pinata.
feel you. I feel the same way, and I you know, I know a lot of people are afraid to say stuff in fear of being taken as being a salty little cunt.
No, I mean, I said this earlier
But
over radio. I said no one's going to respond to 1090s. No one's going to respond to the south side unless you have all officers, and medical is not allowed to go down the south side, and we'll extract the individuals. I'm not about to get shot. I'm not letting EMS get shot. I at one point was at breaking point, and I said I can't. We're not doing this.
It's
Can
what
we
happened
talk
the other
about
day.
how fun it is
like,
to lay on the ground for 20 minutes and then in a
Yes.
hospital bed for another 20 minutes? That's so fucking great.
It's great. I
It's
love
what
it.
happened the other day,
but
though.
give
so
me
Like,
then
time
here's the next thing. Have you guys tried maybe going to the government website and submitting an issue?
No,
because
because
no,
there's.
I mean,
like that.
Well,
it's
I'm-
not
I'm-
individual thing.
It's
It's
not
like one
individual.
person
It's
individually doing
everybody
something.
at this point.
Yeah.
Like there's no set individuals. It's multiple people. It's more of less that everybody needs to come together and have a conversation and not
And-
just 3 people.
Andrew, do you want to know what happened a couple days ago? So basically, wait 1 minute. I'm just fucking a.
What?
It's okay. Eat your cookie.
Wait 1 sec.
Eat your cookie. Eat your cookie.
Okay,
Dude, we've
so
been here for what, like 5 minutes, and they've shot each other, robbed like 18 banks already. and-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this is literally what it is. If you
So-
if you open up your GPS
This morning
when
was
you go with
insane.
the car,
Yeah.
your GPS is gonna look like somebody painted it with shot
shields.
and shields.
You can look at
Christ.
your map right
So
now,
Andrew,
actually.
oh,
and-
bye Williams. What happened the other day, Andrew? is we responded to a call at the fucking jewelry store. Okay. And then it's hardly ever you find people in the jewelry store. There's actually someone in there with hostage. Okay, and I think it was Reinhardt's actually making contact.
Yep.
Next thing you know, 1 minute later, no word said, shots getting fired from all over,
Let me
and you know.
let me,
You know
let
what
me
happened to
explain
me
something
earlier?
real quick. With that
Go ahead.
situation, I arrived on scene. I was one of the first on scene. I had another unit with me. I think it was It was somebody. It was somebody on scene. And I went to go speak, and I said, hello. It's Officer Reinhardt. How can I be of assistance? Whatever. And they apparently had a hostage. Now, I tried to negotiate for the hostage. I was extremely nice. So I said what I had to. And they wouldn't negotiate. And they were like, go for blueberry apple something. And all of a sudden, the hostage got shot. I got shot. We were ambushed from rooftops across the way. The individuals who were inside shot at all of us. It was a shit show. And I don't know if it was to be like, oh, hey, don't mag dump me because this is what happens. Or don't do this because this is what happens. But it was pretty bad. Like, I can say for sure they shot the hostage. And I barely got 3 words in. They were like, go for blueberry apple, blah, blah, blah. And everyone was injured.
What? Do we know what group this was?
And then I got robbed.
Because we don't know. We all got robbed. I got robbed of an
You're all
AR.
wearing masks.
I
It's
got
all no
robbed
face,
of
no
money.
case stuff.
Yeah, face no case.
See the same person in every fucking thing, but no face, no case, no voices as well because they don't fucking say a word.
Yeah, the voices thing is something that's different than a year ago. Back when, I mean, like that's kind of hard to. It's hard to ignore hearing the same voice or the same
No,
accent.
they
I
didn't
totally
even
get
say
the
a word
reasoning,
though. Some people,
but a
That's
year
what I'm
ago we
saying.
used to be able to use Voice ID,
But
and I
we-
think people were a little more cautious. I don't know.
But-
I don't think any one issue is the source of all of this. I think it's a lot of issues coming together with unfortunate timing.
But it's not just that. It's like, I don't understand why we can't just have a simple conversation, get a hostage out, and let you guys drive off. Like, I'm down for it. Like, you can go ahead and do that.
There's got to be a spectacle. There's got to be something to look
But
at.
what's the point of getting revenge on something? Or there's no point, because then it makes us, like, at this point, what I was preaching out earlier is, why do we sign on duty anymore? Because we love our job. Why should we sign on duty and just get shot up and lay on the ground for 30 plus minutes and waiting for medical to roll in because we're all down? It's to that point where it's like, why even sign on duty? We're just basically here for their enjoyment.
Yep. If someone shoots me and goes mag dumps on us, they're like heroes. If I do that to someone that's running with a gun in hand, then I get
Mag dump
abused
season is good for
and
roleplay. Hi,
all
Snow,
that
how's
shit,
it going?
and I just can't be bothered with that shit. I enjoy my job and I want to help the city, but there's no one in the city that wants to help us at the same time.
Exactly. No one says nothing. No one talks to us. Everyone's like, well, snitches get stitches or you die. That's
Yep.
literally what it is.
I'm a dirty pig to someone that I literally met 2 minutes ago saying hi to them. Oh, fuck you, pig. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not even gonna say hi then. I'm literally driving around in the same fucking area the whole fucking day, speaking to myself if I'm not riding along with
No,
someone.
this is literally what the map. I know I have
doing
to.
the same thing.
I have to add shit in here,
No,
and I have
no
to get my
spike
map back.
strips, no
But
free
this is literally
passage,
the map
super
right now.
diamond. Oh, fucking yeah!
It's
Look,
it's
I'm
literally
this
shot
fucking
after
15
shot
times in
after
one day.
shot.
You
Shots
know,
at
devil's
pillbox.
advocate.
Robbery.
I have a cousin who's super into crime, and outside of bank robberies, there ain't really
Here.
not much to do. So I think that's
Here.
kind of something to
Here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's important to keep in mind as well. Like I said, just thinking objectively.
Right.
But-
yeah. I mean, there used to be a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah,
To,
there's not
make
really.
cash.
Yeah, I've got
There's
pictures
not
of
a
like
whole
my
lot of,
mini map. Like it's bad.
I mean, there's pretty much turf and banks, as far as I understand it.
Right, exactly. My cousin, he's always
Yeah,
like,
everyone's
saying
fucking
like,
friends. That's the thing, though.
This
Yeah,
was
I
all
believe
during
the
the
other
meeting, by the
activities
way.
are
It
not
hasn't even been like
profitable enough
30
for them.
minutes.
I'm just gonna say, everyone, okay, and it obviously it's nothing to do with us. Everyone's fucking friends, so everyone's thing is
I don't
like, I'm
know.
going
There's
after the
never been
cops.
more gang-on-gang violence, and yet we're seeing more cop shooting.
Exactly.
I don't think it's solely cops getting shot by gangs. I think it's everybody's getting shot more and more because there's a really
there's no
easy
fucking risk in
supply
it.
of class 2, and there's no
there's
risk.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's that, and there's no risk in it. Well,
And
shit.
it's
I
a
mean,
free
they got us
payday.
coming at us with fucking pistols too.
Yeah, they
They're
literally
not- they're
shot
not-
us
they're-
up with
they're-
pistols.
It's not even like guaranteed W, but there's still no fucking risk. So it's just like,
Yeah.
fuck it. You know?
I mean, I
Well,
remember.
and also,
I
they know
I'll
that
get
if
us
they
out
use
with it.
pistols, that we probably won't use rifles. You know, and that's fair. I don't think we should use rifles.
oh yeah,
if
no,
they're using
totally.
pistols. But the idea that you would only use pistols because you'll limit what the PD responds with is kind of like, how do you? I mean, I don't know how to rationalize that.
Well, here's the question: when there's the two of you left, do you pull out an AR and just shoot everyone there when they've got class 1s? That's literally what I had to deal with. It was myself and Casanova, and there was 4 of them that come around a corner and just light us up. At this point, do you use an AR and just tell them to sit the fuck down, and be like, "Look, you already hurt 4 of us. We're not gonna let you do it again." Like, what's the equal balance here? I don't want to do that. I don't want to pull out my AR in fear of my life because I feel like I'm gonna get shot and robbed. You know, it's just like, what do we do?
In my opinion, I think it all boils down to
Yes,
people
you
not
do.
being afraid
Okay.
of repercussions of their actions. It's just that I don't know. They just don't see the downside,
You're
I
outnumbered.
guess,
It's my
of
okay.
just clearing out a whole police force.
The city was way different when you needed cuffs to take items off of somebody, and you
Mhm.
couldn't take their cash. Oh my God, was it a different place?
You understand that I go to do a traffic stop and I get a pistol held up at me, and I get
Yeah,
held up
it's-
at a fucking traffic stop
It's pretty
for
bad.
someone that's literally just speeding. That I'm not even gonna give a ticket to. I'm just literally having a talking to.
You want to know what's crazy? I'm gonna just give you the difference between from when I was a cadet to you guys now, and like watching you guys go through this. When I was a cadet at banks, no one asked for free passage, no spikes. They literally asked for, "Hey, can you guys get me a pizza from down the road?" Or, "Hey, can you guys, give me blah blah blah?" And there was no free passage, no spikes. There was none of that. And I don't know what changed that. And the class 2s were very minimal. If you found a class 2, it was like the rarest item you could ever find. Like, it was very
No,
rare.
why?
There was no. If you had a class 2, you were God. Okay, like that literally, you were God.
No, why everyone's got class 2s? There's only
Yeah,
one thing
everyone's
that's
got
giving
we-
everyone class 2s.
Go look at our evidence locker. We've got class 2s in every evidence locker. The trash one and the other 2, like it's filled to the brim with class 2s.
I got 6 class 2 weapons off of someone today.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
piss people off. I'm gonna start impounding everyone's car for 1,500.
Now, okay, let's dial it back a little bit. I totally get the sentiment, but that's not how we do things. We don't stoop
I
to
know.
their level.
But it's crazy to look at the difference between when I was a cadet and they were a cadet. Like it changed within maybe a couple of months. Like, there's
I mean, it's been on this trajectory for a while, but we've kind of reached a crescendo. I agree.
I don't know. I don't want to.
All right. So general consensus is everybody's hating their fucking life right now.
Yeah, pretty much. I
yeah.
mean, in the
Yeah,
last
yeah, pretty much.
20
There are
minutes,
certain
we-
calls that I go to that I'm like, I love this. Like when I talk to people and like investigate
you
stuff.
should go to sleep.
fucking
Yeah,
great.
you should.
And I do enjoy the occasional gunfight or car chase, but it can feel like repetitive sometimes. And like a transaction at a McDonald's, where they're ordering fries and a Big Mac, and we're just kind of here to facilitate it.
It'd be nice
yeah.
if there were like more options for them to like negotiate with. You know what
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Well, it used to be that it was like an automatic free passage.
And
to your
hostages
vehicle.
are just so powerful for us as a police force. When a hostage is presented, we we have to negotiate, you know. And
You know, Williams and I, we rolled
should
up
just
to a
blow up the
a
hostage.
fucking bank robbery, and they had a hostage inside, and one of the fucking suspects was standing on his car outside
I
negotiating
know,
with
dude,
us.
it was you and me.
What? Oh
Still.
yeah, that's right. It was.
Yeah, he was standing in
I
his
did
car
get with Williams.
dancing.
Yeah, it was us.
It was
That's
that
right.
chain robbery with the
Yeah,
same
it was
guys with
those-
the super diamonds.
Wait,
We're like,
so they
"Dude,
had
get off
one
your
person
car and take it
outside?
seriously.
No,
Yeah.
He was
so
standing
yeah,
on his
yeah,
car dancing.
Yeah, he was standing on his car dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And he had
same
the-
group.
they had a
Honestly,
hostage inside the bank with a
I thought
gun.
about tasing that fucker and putting him. Dude, I want to do so fucking bad.
Because he
man.
knows that there's a hostage inside, so he can.
So
do
he
whatever
knows
wants
that he's
outside.
protected, basically. Yeah.
Right.
People are robbing cop cars
Project,
outside Mission
uh,
Row.
thank you so
People are
much.
stealing our cop cars
Gotta get some
outside.
hearts and hypes in chat. You already know.
hospitals.
Yeah.
We're
Tinny
a
Moto
bunch
only
of
took some
bitches
hearts
in this city. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
to
the Mission
people.
Row, when they're stealing the cars.
Hold on
like,
a second. I'm not a
res-
bitch.
I've
Someone
responded to-
stole. Yeah.
Am I bitch?
Yeah, I've responded to several stolen cruisers.
Let me-
I think there's
let
just a
me-
few small tweaks. Like, I'm new to this, right? I mean, relatively compared to the seasoned officer. So, like, I still have fun because, like, this is like a whole new fucking world for me. You know, I think you guys probably feel the same way. But, yeah, just a few tweaks because I've been on the, you know, I got a cousin too, a couple of them, and the idea is it used to be the fines were so fucking much, and the time was never really a problem. But I mean, when people can get back on the street with such readiness, you can extend your plans, and then the availability of things. So I mean, the DOJ. I mean, I think from the sentencing, and the crimes against police. I mean, there's something that can be done there. Something maybe to do with the cap, and then the next piece is like, I mean, we got to get unified in our attitudes. You know. Like, my opinion is if we can't go to the south side unless there's three of us, all right, we did that for a reason. But then making the different calls, like maybe bank robberies. I mean, if we break, and we always have maybe we need a minimum of 3 every robbery, or maybe we need different strategies. If we can't strip at the store,
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
look at
we
them, they're
need
all
our
just shooting
strategies.
right now.
Maybe not to be at the negotiating location, but we need to stage. Maybe we need to be more strategic. I don't know. You know, I think we're on the right path to finding out what's next. You know, I think we're almost there, like as a collective.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. We can say. I mean, we can agree to no spikes all we want, and then just fucking do it. You know, it doesn't
As
matter.
Ryan-
when
But
the
then as soon
hostage
as
is
you
clear.
do that, then they're gonna realize that, and every robbery they're gonna be like, if I see spikes, I'm killing this hostage.
So they'll have to adapt.
Yeah, and if they shoot the hostage, then we're breaching and killing them,
Exactly.
fucking them up. Like honestly,
Here's the thing. You can shoot somebody in the head.
I've
Did
had,
you
I've
forget
had
you
some
had a gun?
opportunities
Yeah,
to do
no,
that,
we know
but
that, but
I've had a lot of opportunities to do that.
I
I misunderstood a call today, and I shot a tire. I was totally not on the same page with everyone else. And it's just like there's a lot of pressure when you're in
I
these
agree.
situations and you fire your gun.
I
mean,
shot a
it, like,
judge.
The
What are you
whole-
guys fucking scared of?
Yeah, he did. But the whole concept of PD fired
shot a cannon.
first, you know, I think there is also this culture of, you know, I think we're a little afraid of getting cases too. You know, maybe if we got to respect people's
Getting-
lives.
Getting
But-
cases
No
from
judge,
where?
no case.
Well, if you shoot
But- so-
first, you know, people try to implicate you in some
Listen,
kind of. Go ahead.
Listen, the judge or the DOJ can't fire you. The
Yeah.
DOJ can put all kinds of cases. They can do whatever they want. They can call you a murderer or whatever. They cannot fire you. I can fire you. Unless I find some
Except
sort
for-
of horrible negligence or some shit in something you did, you ain't going anywhere. You'll walk around here with a felonious arrest. I don't give a fuck.
I would also like to add that criminals, I forgot, we didn't bring this up earlier, but we had a drive-by shooting at front of Mission Row. We had one individual, it was actually Steele's arrest, and we said we're going to let him go. And he walked out, and 2 seconds later he got shot up with pistols. And obviously we didn't see anything, we were just coming back upstairs. And we've had a lot of issues with people shooting by Mission Row, stealing our cars out front of Mission Row, thinking it's funny to use them for their little HOA thing or you know, whatever, and then, you know, we chase them and they tune their cars or whatever they fucking do with that stupid chip. And, you know, it's a constant thing that we're having to deal with is people shooting up Mission Row.
I have a question, Trooper Andrews.
Yes, sir.
Have we? Is there any process we can get started on seizing vehicles, especially imports that are being used in crimes? Because I've seen at least the same WRX being used in a crime 10 times in the past 4 days.
I can actually answer that if that's okay. I work at the DA's office pretty regularly, and if you can take photographs and identify that someone's using their own import at robberies as their getaway vehicle, you can take that to a DA, and they can apply to have that vehicle seized and crushed.
Oh, good. I've got plenty of vehicles I need to send over then.
I
Yeah,
think
hey,
it's a step we should be
multiple
more
instances
diligent
helps.
about. Just cracking down on that too.
Hey guys,
Absolutely.
quick question: did any of you know you could go to Palito Bank and trade in gold bars for cash?
No, but thank you.
Yeah. I was in there. I went there
The
trading
DA's
money
office
today,
alone.
like cash, put cash in.
I'm the
was
lawyer,
when-
okay? I'm the PD
While we
lawyer.
were looking for Bambi yesterday, and I went into Palito Bank and I went to the counter and they were like, "Hey, if you got it was like between 50 and 70 gold bars, we'll give you 35k."
Maybe make me a DA. I want to be a DA.
Interesting.
Yeah. There you go.
The point I'm trying to make is we can't change everything, but we can't stop doing stuff for the sake of somebody else being salty.
I agree.
But how do we combat just getting shot up? Like
I don't
know how to deal
care
with
what
that.
happens. I just don't want to get shot up all the
And then
time with
robbed.
no.
I think we should start
Whoa.
doing that first.
We'll try to figure it out. If you see an opportunity that you can justifiably shoot somebody, then you should take that shot.
Yeah, and then
So
you get
basically,
headache.
pull out a rifle
pull
if
out a
you're
gun,
outnumbered
yeah.
and shoot, right?
Say it again.
Can you pull out a rifle when you're outnumbered by people and shoot if they've got
Yes.
class
That's the
one?
current SOP.
Okay, I'm just making
If
sure.
you're
If
outnumbered,
somebody's-
yeah, absolutely.
If somebody's pointing guns at you or is like about to
Shoot
pull a
them
gun on
first.
you, take your fucking gun out and shoot them in the face.
I just want to
Yeah, I
clarify.
think- I think the face of our force has started to change too as officers gain armament. You know,
Hold
I
on,
mean,
chap.
there's been a lot of our solo riders taking usually half the force too. I mean, that's contributing to the criminals, I think, being out, well gunned in comparison. I mean, that's not the major thing too, because I mean, I'll speak for myself. Situational awareness, right, in some of these particular parts of the city, I think, is coming as part of the job as an improvement. The real thing that I kind of see right now,
King coming in with
is,
the tier 1. Thank you so much. Guys, get some hearts and knives in chat
where
if you
we're
haven't
even
already
coming
done
to
that.
right this second, I think the opportunity to move forward, I mean, we're gonna start getting a response from the criminals based on our change.
There's literally
So
a
as long as
10-10
we're
outside.
united in our changes of how we're gonna react, like I can't imagine what the scenario is right now that I take a
Look at
clean
all these
shot
just
when
calls,
they
like,
do
right
have
up
a
here.
hostage, like how I would
Guns,
feel if they
shots,
capped that hostage
shots,
because of
Benny
something
shots,
I did.
robbery,
Listen,
shots,
so-
injured person,
listen.
robbery.
If
Robbery.
you are, you go to a robbery and it ends in
I
a
mean, just,
crash
like,
and they
look at
take
all
another
this, like,
hostage and then they get another
isn't the
car and
last,
it gets
I don't know,
another
20, 30
a
minutes.
chase and then they take another hostage after crashing again. Please shoot him in the
Robbery,
fucking face. You have my
robbery.
permission. If this shit is getting way out of hand and it's to the point that it makes absolutely negative 13,000%, please shoot somebody in
Oh,
the
I
face.
bet. I
That's
bet.
what I'm fucking saying. I mean, if they take a fucking hostage and they crash their fucking car,
Oh, I'm gonna go check some real quick.
they're just gonna take they're like, if they take a cop hostage, crash their car, they're just gonna fucking try to do it again. We might as well just fucking shoot them at that point.
Situation that Copper was telling me about, that there was a bank robbery and
Oh shit, my head. Oh my god.
I'm good.
I'm not.
good.
Oh, I'm good.
No, there's a lot not good.
I'm good.
I'm good, but
Okay.
there's a lot that's not.
The story is really fucking funny.
Dude, I fucking
All right.
wish I heard that. So.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good fucking story that
I know!
is
I'm edge
very
of my seat, man.
mind-boggling. All right, so
Standing, but-
they crash at the fucking job center. They run into the job center. They have absolutely zero leverage, but they negotiate or try to Oh, there goes one. Damn, he's missing it. They try to negotiate for free passage somehow with 0% fucking leverage. Absolutely zero. Then some, I don't know, fucking Pepega idiot asshole decides to, just walk into an active situations with.
there
Oh,
goes
there goes
Casey.
another.
Oh, there goes
And
one.
another.
like flies.
I think we're all
Christ.
fucked.
Your next Espinosa.
Anyway,
Svensson, we got sick.
if you find yourself into a situation that is prolonged and fucking stupid, we need to start shooting people in the face or just like making, you know, ultimate demands like, hey, you're gonna get fucked up if you don't come out, or you're gonna get shot, or we're just gonna start shooting.
We should just actually start shooting people.
I mean, just the other
I'm
day.
gonna try to- I'm gonna try to get the, or I'm gonna talk to the guys and see if we can get the fucking flashbang working properly. I don't know if that's still
Ooh,
a
I
thing,
like that.
but I mean, even in that situation,
Well, earlier,
after, you know,
Vinny was tackling us. I was screaming, shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah. I
Yeah, so
would've
he
shot him. If he comes
basically
at
we had
me
guns pointed
after
and he
kidnapping
tackled
somebody?
officers while guns were pointed.
I mean, reasonably, I believe that dude's gonna tackle me and take my firearm. So
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
shot him in his face.
What was I gonna say? Never mind,
But
I
that was
forget.
also true because there were 3 in the car, and if we would have started shooting, then they would have fucking started shooting. So I was also thinking about that.
But that's the thing. I mean, like I said, just don't
Well, we had a pretty soon.
don't stop doing something because you're trying to save your brain from being invaded with the AIDS invasion, if possible. And like
AIDS pays,
Valentine,
baby. AIDS pays.
actually, it does. It does sometimes. It does. But like Valentine was saying, we do need to do it as a unified group and not just, you know, some of us doing it. 'Cause I've seen a lot of people trying to be that face of, you know, stupid reason, and they're just like, I agree with the mag dump, do it to me. It's fucking dumb, and it just sets a bad precedent for the rest of your buddies, and you're just throwing the rest of your squad under the bus.
Well, I'll add this too. Just the other day, it was myself and I think it was McCree, and we were chasing 2 individuals in a white and color sports car, and they I pulled the snow because they brake checked me twice, and I went next to him and I said, if you brake check me again, I will literally open fire on you. And they go, oh really? And I tried it again. I didn't open fire, but they were basically challenging me to basically open fire on them from brake checking.
Why didn't
I
you?
didn't know you could summon.
Well, I said him. Hi,
Oh,
how's
shit.
it going? I
What?
literally said
Oh,
your name
hi,
and you just
Snap.
pop up.
Hey,
Whoa.
if you tell someone you're going to shoot them, then if you don't shoot them, they're not going to take you
Fucking
seriously ever
shoot
That's
again.
'em.
true. Okay.
Where's Snow?
He's right there. You
Right
can't see
here.
him.
All right.
I can hear him. He's God.
Oh, you didn't
Mag
punch him.
Dump Season 2. This time it's the police.
Hello, God.
Hey, can you see me now?
What's up, buddy?
Negative.
All right, well, you're fucked.
Yep.
Huh.
It's okay. I'll listen.
We're just
Yeah,
having a
as I was
little
saying, if you
group
tell
chat
someone you're
here.
going to shoot them and you don't shoot them, they will never take you seriously again. And if you say something during a chase like, if you brake check me, I'm going to shoot you, and then you don't, they're going to keep on brake checking you every single
Okay.
time.
Hey, Snow,
Hey, buddy.
you
good to
you
see
may have some issues.
What? What kind of issues?
No, what are you talking about?
Hey, Trooper.
If you can't see me, it's you that has issues.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it's
I
not
think
me,
That, your
it's
voice is
Oscar's-
projecting
Yeah.
What?
across
You're
the city.
yelling across the city.
Oh,
Like-
sick.
Globally yelling to everyone.
Fuck yeah, God.
No,
Truly
they just need to
God.
fix
Oh,
their fucking
Jackie.
radios. It's not difficult.
Jackie?
There we go.
Forgot what I was gonna say.
Fucking
Snap
God.
jump.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
The city is so fucking scuffed during these hours. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone's out there shooting and robbing right now while we're sitting here.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh yeah. So I was gonna say, like, just do what it is that makes it fun for you. If you don't want to spawn to 1090s at this point, and it's just like back to back to back, go fucking do car stops, dude. It's the 1090s are gonna happen. Fucking 1080s are gonna happen. But just remember that your role is as important in the city as, you know, the other side. So you are meant to enjoy this role, not just be used as a fucking, you know, server. Jesus Christ, I keep using that word.
City.
As a city
City robot.
fucking yeah, as a robot. So
Well, that's what I feel like.
do what it
sometimes.
is that you want to do.
I get that.
And now,
as I said,
Steel, don't take that literally and start fucking doing some dumb shit, all right? Because I know
shoot
things,
so many fucking people during my final
things
bell.
need to be broken down into little itsy bitsy pieces for you to understand.
No.
I know
I
this is-
understand perfectly fine.
it's just probably a phase, and it's a shitty
is.
phase. It is a
It
shitty
is.
phase at the moment. It's just something you have to go through. I don't care. Shoot me down, have shootouts with me. Just don't keep robbing me and saying nothing. Give me
If
something
that
to
happens,
work with.
and if there's no actual reason behind it and no words are exchanged,
Well, this is the
please,
thing.
please go on the government website and make
why
a
does no one do
complaint.
that? Literally,
Because
nobody
Because
does
they're
that.
afraid.
It's not
They're
that we're afraid.
they're afraid of brain AIDS, and I get it. I
Yeah.
fucking hate it. I hate it when it gets infested in my brain, and I just want to go and just punch my monitor. I want to
Just put it in sub
Never
mode
mind.
and make them pay. Jesus Christ, just fuck.
It's not-
I'm sorry to be
It's-
blunt, but it's not going to solve everything. But like having a good team of people who will cut out the fucking papagas, then that's you. I'm sorry to talk like this, but I gotta say this. You gotta. That's one big thing right there.
Yep.
But back to the
Um,
whole letting other people know, it's really hard to pinpoint who's doing it and where to talk about it to, because it's everybody that's done it. We've had 4 robbers with different people
it's
who
a
just shoot
citywide
it. It's
issue.
a citywide issue. It's not just one
Yeah.
or two. It's every
Then
gang
make
in the city goes.
So the government website is a pretty big website. You can make posts, and you can just be like, hey, this incident occurred. This is not fun for me, and it's not fun for a lot of people. Can somebody take a look at this incident and figure out how we can make this fun for all of us again?
I get that, but it's hard to pinpoint one person when it's basically.
I'm not saying
90%
you have to
criminals.
pinpoint, just put a clip or put your VOD, your cam or whatever in there and be like, hey, from this section to this section, or the entire fucking thing, this is happening. I don't know how we can make this better. It's not fun for me and it's not fun for everybody else. I'm not saying you need an exact person.
Mhm.
Unless you have an exact person that's doing something, then go make that complaint or whatever. But we need more people to do that so that this can stop. Whatever it is that's happening can stop.
And it only takes one person that's made an example of to send a message to the rest, saying,
I just think I honestly just think that's gonna piss people off. I don't mind trying it.
Then stop getting upset with situations.
That's
in the
if
county.
you don't want to
Don't say anything
change.
ever
I
again,
mean, us yelling in this room is not gonna. I mean, it's gonna
No,
make
no,
me feel
no, no.
better
I'm
for
not
the
saying it's a
second,
bad
but
thing. I'm willing to try it.
Casey, if you don't do it, if no one does anything about it, then you can't moan about it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
No, yeah, fully.
that's where it's gonna start. Like if you are involved in a situation that literally makes 0% sense, then you need to go onto that website and make a post about it. Like, hey, this happened. This did not make sense at all. There was no reason for it to happen. I drove down this alleyway and just got fucking shot. Or it's gonna keep happening.
I'm definitely down to try it because I feel like as a police force we give a lot of leeway, to the criminals out there. We do. We don't have to. And it just gets thrown in our face most of the time. So I'm willing to do whatever.
So, like I said, you guys mattered just like everybody else here. You guys have your role in whatever you want to accomplish. But like I said, come on duty, do what is that makes you happy. Don't just be the cookie cutter, respond to everything if you don't want to. If you want to come on here and do car stops and there's a fucking million robberies going off, at least have somebody respond to whatever, but try to have your fun in the day.
What happened? What?
Are we allowed to request that PD cars ain't made of paper? So I don't hit
I
a
don't
road
think
sign.
any actual changes in, hard city changes are gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna happen for a little bit, buddy.
Yeah, man, I just
So,
don't want
I
to
just-
hit a road sign in 1050.
Oh yeah, it's happened to me a bunch of times. I've flown out of my windshield from fucking hitting a
To-
pebble.
To kind of counter that happens to literally everybody, not just cops.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's just you can blame the seatbelt. The seatbelts are the problem, not the
I
cars.
just see the car
Seatbelts are fucking
manufacturers.
ass.
This was actually a nice meeting. I'm glad we had this meeting.
Yeah, we'll keep having them, and when I see the morale is just complete fucking shit.
Yeah, I think some
Can I
air
say
needs to be
something
cleared
else as
up,
well?
and also just
Go ahead.
Some of you cadets stay on duty for way too long. Casey, you're one of those people. I gotta say it, bud. You're on
Yeah.
duty for a long ass time, and that does not help your morale at all. Like, there's a reason why we have a limit on times that people can be on duty for, especially cadets, because it's just too much, and it's just gonna get to you very, very quickly. You're gonna get burned out, and you can have a bad time. You guys need to be careful how long you're on duty for, because it really does affect your mental state and your outlook on things.
It does, man. It does. You gotta do something else.
I've
Then-
made the decision that I'm gonna be like
Because the
switching
Valentine,
more.
the
often.
Valentine I first met was happy and jolly. This one is just like fucking a 30-year-old vet.
Yeah.
Mate, I've
You're
got
jaded as fuck, Casey.
I've
It's
got a
bad.
fucking receding hairline now. Trust me.
Justice
I
doesn't
miss
sleep.
Happy Casey.
That's true. That's true.
Like, no, I'm gonna be making my cousins visit the city a lot more. I think I need to, get immersion out and some shit.
But I'll just say, like, being out of the city, full stop, is also a good thing.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
Go the
Hey, you know,
fuck outside.
You know, there's
Hey, I need to get back on
classical
WoW.
adventures that you can go to.
Yeah,
Yep,
there you
yep.
go.
Yep, yep.
Oh
Look.
yes.
It
Going
honestly
outside for
refreshed
once is
me.
great.
Just spending some time outside of the city.
By the way, fucking WoW is getting DDoS today. Who the fuck
I
DDoS
know,
is WoW?
Okay, I
It's all
gave
been
up
was
after
streaming
level
at the same
12.
time on
Okay,
Twitter.
I don't want
Pop
to.
hands. Those kinds of people.
Everyone else left me behind, so I gave up.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
what was
listen,
going
you
on
never
with
tried, Reinhardt.
I
What's
did
last
try.
night?
Oh, you didn't.
You gave up?
You didn't try. You gave up.
The fuck? I got to level 19 by myself.
I can't. I
Let's
got to
go.
level 12 by myself, and I
12?
can't.
That's like
I
3
can't go
hours.
any further.
Yeah, I'm level 12 and I don't know what to do. Okay.
I'm coming in with a tier 1
I'm
for 2
lost.
months
I
in
need
a
to
row.
go to
Thank
the
you so
hidden
much.
city. I need to get more powers.
Anyway,
Look,
What's,
I
what
can't do
sparked this
slow.
conversation anyway? Has it been really busy overnight? Or
It's
It's
gonna-
been like if you were to if I had to give an example, okay, imagine getting on duty and in the first 10 minutes you've responded to 6 calls, 2 of which are shootouts, 1 of which is a robbery, and the other one is I need help at Pillbox Medical from a medic, and then it kind of spirals into about 9 or 10 robberies all at once, and then we've got 2 bank robberies happening at the same time, and then we had a bank robbery. It was a city vault, and we were all we had a chase with officers, and I just got back in the city and just on duty, and I'm about to respond to their shots fired, and 3 go down all at the same time, and then I arrive on scene with Casanova, and all criminals are gone. I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna get everyone out of here, get medical, and they come around the corner and they light us up, and then they rob us. We all get picked up by medical. We all get helped. Within probably about 30 minutes after that, there's another robbery with the same individuals who just shot up a ton of cops. They then robbed something else. They didn't do another chase. I don't know if there was a shootout after that. And then after the third one, there was a yellow super diamond.
It's a lot of back to back.
Yeah.
Can we be more
yeah.
aggressive with those individuals if they're doing repeat back-to-back robberies? Like, I don't know.
We have to negotiate for the hostage, of course.
yeah,
but,
shoot him in the
and
face
we're a little
and
short-staffed.
fucking
during those times
justify
as
it.
well.
You know, honestly. Excuse me. Immediately. Oh God.
Don't die.
Don't die, Jordan.
Well,
Don't
well,
die.
it's not
Fucking
dying.
almonds.
I think.
You know what I would suggest? I think that dude, you guys should just fucking chill and just do traffic stops all day. It's so fucking relaxing and it's fun. It's just fun.
Everyone knows about selective enforcement, right? That's a real
Uh-huh.
thing.
Yeah.
Good.
If-
All right.
If
But
you
it's
guys
really
haven't
hard
done
to
that yet, I
Respond
would
to every
seriously
bank robbery.
fucking.
If they pop off, they pop off.
But
Yeah,
the
there's
point
gonna be
is,
another-
it's the same
For
people.
every one, there's going to be another 9,422.
Yeah, you're not going to miss anything, and they're all pretty much the same anyway. So once you've been to one, you've been to all of them. So
But I guess the issue is it's the same group of people going around, and at one point we had another robber. It was different people, but they said that they were the same people, and I backed off, and I said I wasn't going to negotiate, and I definitely wasn't going to negotiate with the same people who just shot me up with class 2s, and somebody else had to negotiate, because if I was a negotiator, I wouldn't have given him anything and told him that I'll just shoot him, because I'm
Just-
not.
Same
just-
hostage too. Which
Same
was
hostage.
crazy.
Just think about this.
Poor
If
guy.
you're dealing with the same 4 people for, I don't know, 10 hours, what about the other fucking 50 people that haven't gotten any interaction with the police that are waiting for them?
But But then what are we supposed to do if we're having round of robberies all day? Because
You
Go
know,
interact with somebody else.
okay, so
cool.
the thing that happens, I
When
see
you're a
with that is
detective, like that.
we go.
should
I
be
can't do
back on your
detective
stuff
work though
anyways.
if I don't have if I've got 1013s popping up, I don't have time.
Exactly.
I don't have time.
We
I
go
don't
and
have
talk to
time
someone else.
to talk to somebody about what they need. I don't have time to do anything. I literally have to go to
There's
that.
not, okay, but there's not that many 1013s. Like there are a few. But
We've had some pretty bad ones tonight.
I think what the important thing to note is there's like several factors coming together. I think one of the like Steele and I noticed earlier. For some reason the weekends are when we're short of staffs. I don't know how that works out like that, but like we were down to like 6 officers on a Saturday night. You know, it's kind of crazy how that worked out.
Well,
It's a Saturday night. People go outside.
I mean,
Yeah.
but you think
To be
that
fair, yeah.
with the amount of hiring and stuff, I thought we would have. I
Well,
don't know.
we're
we're,
not
still we're still
But-
locked down to
What
a
I'm trying to
Theos,
just-
right?
You should
But
be
what I'm trying to
asking why
say-
they're not getting on duty, not pointing out that they're not. Why are they not getting on duty? That's the question.
Literally
you
But
should
what
ask.
just
But
happened
my
today.
point is literally
Yeah.
that we've had multiple, like it's multiple factors. It's not only that. It's not only that people are robbing stuff. It's not only that. It's that I think the frustration is that we've got several factors at work, and trying to identify one as the culprit for all of it is just, of course, it doesn't add up. There's multiple factors.
I mean, have you noticed in the last 30 minutes to an hour we've sat here, all the crimes kind of stopped because they realized.
Yeah, there's definitely a window from like about 5 hours ago to like about an hour ago. You know, there's definitely a window where it happens the most.
No, I'd say it's pretty consistent across the board. When I get on duty in the morning, probably about 4 or 5 hours from now, it's as soon as I sign on, there's a jewelry store robbery or a store robbery. There's no change. It's all across the board.
I mean, at this rate, here's a question: why do we respond to a jewelry store if we know it's just gonna be a smash and grab and go, or a
Again,
shootout?
it's selective enforcement right
We don't
now.
have to. Yeah.
You don't have to. If you think it's a one-pump chump douchebag who's just
Check the
doing
cam.
whatever he's doing, check the camera, try and get an ID. You don't have to respond if you don't want to. Like no one's forcing
Welcome
you to.
aboard.
Yeah, and listen, until
I'm coming in with 25. Get a
until
sub
it kinda
community. Thank you
settles
so much.
down
Guys, get some hearts and types in chat. You already
right
know.
now, just do your selective enforcement. Do
Tango
what,
6,
what
10,
will
Thank you
make
so
it
much,
fun
guys.
for
Make sure you thank Dub if you got a gifted sub
'Cause, I
and
mean,
enjoy
at
your
this
emotes. Welcome
point,
to the
it's
island.
just- you're gonna get burnt out doing the same thing over and over again, and you're not gonna want to come into the city anymore. You're gonna take these long breaks, blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
it's a recurring cycle.
Don't burn yourself out.
I don't know when I last responded to the jewelry store robbery. I honestly
So
don't.
I understand robberies are super, you know, they're violent crimes. I get it. It's, you know, bank robberies, they're all violent, but they'll be all right.
Snow, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Someone's holding your fellow cop up with a gun. How you gonna respond?
Wait, what?
Like,
Say that again.
If someone's come up behind another cop, gun to them, hands up. All the other cops have got their guns on this one dude. He then gets into a car and starts to flee. Do you open
Shoot
fire?
them.
Yeah, open
Yeah,
fire, right?
absolutely shoot them. There's no hesitation. Shoot them.
All right.
Why would
I
you
just
let
wanna-
them drive off? You as an officer can articulate that this person is more than likely going to go and do that again, which falls under the fleeing felon rule, which is one of our case laws.
I just want to know if I do that in the future and I'm not getting shouted at.
No, you wouldn't get shouted at for shooting people that are taking cops. No.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just gonna be mental aids, nothing else.
Yeah.
So if you can just I don't know, shut your chatterbait down a little bit.
You
and
could
just,
also,
like, not read it.
well, I mean, there's
There's
also
another problem in
there's a
this city
switch
is that
there
the
that
criminals-
you can.
They don't have much else to do, do they?
Yeah, Steele touched about that. I think that's
Yeah,
exactly
Fr-
right.
From what I've heard from
Yeah.
different people on the street, drugs aren't worth it right now.
Yeah, they're really not.
Uh,
That's what I've heard.
It's not
You
even
know,
that they're not worth it. It's
The
other
vault's
things
not
aren't really
rewarding.
worth it either.
There's a limit too, right?
Yeah, it's
you
the
get
fucking
more money
cap,
from
that's the
robbing
issue.
police than
Yeah.
than you do from the vault. But then there's an issue there as well, is that cops aren't putting their fucking money away. Why would
Or-
you walk around with $5, $6, $7, $10,000 on you? It's fucking ridiculous.
Just give it
I
to
mean, I
Toto.
agree.
Go to the
We
bank.
should definitely deposit it, but we also should have it direct deposit too.
Those people who criminals know carry a shit ton of cash make all of us targets. So
Mhm.
those of you that are carrying a shit ton of cash, stop.
Yeah,
It's
they're
fucking
shooting green
dumb.
on me.
It's
I,
fucking dumb.
I got
Dude,
robbed
Tom.
and when they were robbing me, they said, "Sorry, dude, I got a car payment to make."
Yeah.
Oh my
Here's
God.
my literal thing that I say all the time is one, I
Jesus
stop at a
Christ.
bank because if I know I've got more than 2,000 or even more than 1,000, I'm going to a bank. Why? Because I'm not somebody's bank.
Well, here's
you know,
the thing.
account
How
for
do they
its-
know that you have this money on you? How
They
do they
don't.
know
They
that
just
what
rob
cops
us
get
because they
paid?
want our ARs or they want ammo from our ARs or they
They're
want.
looking
So there's
for-
literal-
They don't know how much cops get paid, but they've robbed enough
So-
to know that we carry thousands of dollars on us. So,
So
they
there's
don't need to know how
literal
much we get
no
paid.
there's
They've
literal
been
no
coming in with
Robert
a
Paul reason for
300
what they're doing.
They're looking for ARs.
Money.
Truthfully.
They just want money.
I actually
They're-
notified a couple officers the other day that they're literally looking for ARs at some point. They're stealing ammo off us, rifle ammo.
I don't know. I've been robbed like
Um,
a dozen times in the past like 2 weeks, and no one's ever
Yeah.
taken it. Like I've only lost one gun. It's definitely the money, not the guns.
I've
Oh,
lost
interesting.
3 in the last 24 hours.
They took my fucking armor and my
Radios,
fucking radio.
ammo, body armor, pretty much. Cash,
Uh,
obviously.
Yeah, body
in
armor and
the-
money.
Yesterday alone, I think I lost 3 ARs, 2 to 3 ARs, and they literally just like robbing it.
Okay,
Almost.
so if the trend is they're taking ARs, I'm not gonna make anybody do this. I don't carry an AR for partially for this reason. I'm not gonna give somebody fucking a high powered rifle. So I think we're getting fucked up with ARs regardless. So if you want to, nobody's making you take an AR out. You can still do the same amount of police work with just a pistol on your hip.
It's true.
But see, then there's points where they only have the class 2s. So
Yeah.
it's either we go in pistols versus class 2s, or we go class 2s, or like our
mean,
version of a class
YOLO.
2. And
It wasn't it. It was a
saw
situation
Yellow
at the
last night.
docks.
He
It
was
was
in
a
good
situation at
spirits.
the docks the
I-
other day.
Can I just say, I don't think it's a why do we I don't think it's a massive issue that people try and take our guns. Like what is it?
No, no,
You
no.
know,
Well, it doesn't even
Uh,
happen that often.
it doesn't cost us anything to get them back. We can come back and forth. We can get unlimited amounts. They can't.
I don't think it's the issue that they're taking the guns. It's the I think what from the standpoint
It's
is
the issue
fact-
of that we are being randomly fucked up just for the gun.
yeah,
and our
people are
money.
doing this
Right.
just
There's
to take
no
our guns.
reason
And,
behind it at all.
The psychological thing is the killed and robbed is such a psychological thing because of the time it takes to resume back to service, and it's serious, you know. And some of us go to the ICU regularly. Some of us are down waiting for EMS because EMS is in the recruiting phase. You know, other reasons.
And then you got to
Yeah.
think about but you think about it from the other side as well. Is that if we shoot them down, they're in custody for what, like an hour, hospital,
Yeah, same difference. Yeah.
processing, and then prison. So all of us are in the same boat in that respect. So we
yeah.
shouldn't
Yeah.
we shouldn't forget that. That's something we need to be very
That's true.
mindful of.
Can I say
Absolutely.
one thing before I'm gonna go off of this because I'm gonna hit hay. I just think that if someone's robbing a bank and driving to get away, and then all of a sudden, because they know they're not gonna get away, turns and starts shooting and then robs us at the same time. I'm like, well, are you robbing a bank or are you thinking of a plan? Pick one or the other, you know? Not just okay, well, I'm just gonna mag dump just because I'm not gonna get away, and then I'm gonna rob them for everything they've got. If you're robbing a bank, rob a bank.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Sorry, sorry. That's
You
my
know?
bad.
I just feel like there's no reason behind anything. Snow, you gotta jump
so you're
now.
gonna jump.
It is what it is. Like I said, I think it's just a phase, and it's just a harsh phase. It's like Hurricane Dorian coming through the city. In this kind of phase, it's fucking shit up, but it'll be better soon.
I think I'll do this. I think I'll go into our gang database and just call all the heads of the gang, and we'll go down to the Maze Arena and we'll get them all into one room, and I'll meet with them and have a chat with them.
We'll come with ARs and
Oh,
solve this
God.
once for all.
And if all else fails,
Yeah, then you
we're
guys
on
will
the
go
outside with
come
our
down
ARs.
here, get your fucking ARs, and then come in and just shoot everybody after.
You
I
should totally
Exactly.
do
Yeah.
that.
I've already talked to DOJ about that. My opinion. I don't think PD should be the people to talk to them about that. I don't think that's going to help. I suggested a neutral party to be like a mediator, and for that neutral party, I suggested Coop. Both sides respect Coop
Oh,
massively.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he would be the best spokesperson in a meeting like that if it was going to happen.
That's a good idea.
Aside from the fact that
Yeah.
I very much doubt that any of those people that we think are leaders will label themselves as leaders of those groups and come out into public light. So we need to be mindful of that too. We might just need
Yeah,
to
of course,
invite
I know.
everybody.
12.
But I have a list already if you need that, Andrews.
Yeah, if you can send it to me, and I'll talk to Coop and see what's up.
12.
What about chips?
Fuck chips.
The fucking
Crackhead.
crackhead.
No, Jordan.
Your son Chips.
I think he could do well in there.
Is this the chips that I still have evidence on? I could send to prison for a very long time for
What did he do?
helping Bovice kill a cop.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah.
Chill.
Chill.
Your son,
Follow that.
Your son sold me fucking drugs. He's an idiot.
All right.
What?
Well, then why don't we just fucking raid him?
I have
Because
bigger
he's just
fish
too
to
much of
fry.
an idiot to do anything with. He's just like, you know, everybody's friendly idiot.
I don't think so. I got a lot of fucking CIs telling me that they buy their crack off him.
All right, well, I mean, he's like a friendly crackhead seller.
Haven't I seen chicks
Wait, didn't
walk around
Snow
the
just
city
say
with
that he
coke
killed a
face?
cop?
He called a cop.
What do you
to
mean
a
friendly?
bridge. He called a cop to a bridge, and when the cop turned up, he slashed his fucking throat and said, "This is for Bovice." So no,
Okay.
Wow.
Chips is not a friendly crackhead.
Oh, I mean,
Damn.
he was probably high as fuck.
He's always fucking high.
Yeah, it's
You know, he's going
Higher.
around the city
Higher.
asking everyone for
Higher.
pee. I'm trying to figure out how to charge him with that.
Who can blame him? It's just the crack.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to my
Nice
son.
guy.
All right?
Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that.
I'll talk to my son about helping Bovice kill cops.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this little powwow or whatever.
Yeah,
We'll,
it's
we'll
good.
try to we'll try to make a difference, and like I said, just try to take some of my advice or whatever.
I finally had a
You
chance
can just
to
throw
eat
it in the
food.
trash. There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
think venting was great for a lot
Like
of
you
people.
you don't have to run back and forth. You can
Oh,
You
thank
know?
you.
Enjoy it.
take
Is
a
it
You
break.
did. It was big. It was
Breathe.
big ZD. It was good.
You guys are going to burn yourself out so
What-
quickly if you rush from call to call to call. I think we established a long time ago that
Yep,
you don't have
true.
to respond to everything.
Mhm.
You really
Yeah.
don't.
It's better
Yeah.
to burn
Like, you
out than
can't.
fade
You literally
away.
can't respond to everything. It's physically impossible.
Amen,
So
bro.
it used to
don't
be
try.
it used to be the other way around when like the city wasn't as fucking I don't know Papega as right now. Where officers were just like fucking jacking off and doing stupid shit
People used to be like
And
racing
not
this
res-
shit, like
and not
fucking
not
10
responding to
10
shit.
6 cops.
But now it's the other way around where it's just literally
10, 10,
impossible to
6
even go handle this entire. Like look at this shit. It's just like every second that shit goes off.
Yep. 1010.
I'm not gonna lie.
1031B.
No, 31
Um,
Bravo.
I had more
STI.
fun being.
So like I said, just do what you can, save your insanity, and try to be happy and have fun with what you're doing.
I had more fun being kidnapped and solving Morse code. Morse code.
I know
was fun.
we.
I will gladly
We
do
are-
detective
we are
work before I
here.
respond to a
We-
call.
I know that our job is super important to keep this world going. It is very very important. We do
Mhm.
have to be here, right? Because we do
Yeah.
provide a lot
Yes.
of Robert Paul for a lot of people. But your Robert Paul matters as well, so you are meant to enjoy it as well, just as much as the other person on the other side. All right.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
fuck.
Get the fuck
Have a good
out.
night, everyone.
Jordan
Night.
Steele.
All right.
Real
Good luck.
cop. Real steel. Real justice.
Have a good night.
Holy fucking shit. He is not answering like that.
You
Does he
fucking
really answer his
Are you-
phone like that? Hi, Snow. Fucking hi, Snow.
I'm going back to bed. Good night, everybody.
Oh, have fun.
Nice.
Enjoy
Good
your
night,
sleep.
son.
Good night, people.
Snow,
alright.
catch up to me in
I'm okay.
World of Warcraft.
I will.
I won't catch up to nobody because
Oh,
I'm
You
not.
gotta catch up right
I'm
now.
not. I
Catch up
can't
so
do
easily.
it. I can't do
Rhino,
it.
what level are you?
So you're
12.
doing evals tonight.
Rhino, I'm
Alright,
level like
alright,
11 and a
I'll
half.
get
I
a second
can't.
character right
Start
now.
I
with
can't.
I'll get a
and
second
then,
character.
you
and
I
I'll
get
got
too
level
yours
up.
bored
to
of
get
it
taken
going
care
so
of as well.
slow.